this is not an industry I know anything about, and I didn't think I'd get as invested as I did, but it really felt like we were invited into the community and we got to celebrate the win with them. It just their energy and passion for their work, and it was infectious. And it put in perspective how many details are required for making one item. And it made me respect all the things I own a little bit more too, that there was a lot of thought and care and a whole team, a community of people who have banded together with the mission of making that item. And with this, there really was that desire for it to be perfect and to hold all their values. And I loved getting to the dive into all the different processes, especially the design elements when they looked at different cars and colors at the time. And then getting to see the actual industrial processing of it was fascinating. And also getting to see how global events and different setbacks were a part of the journey as well. So it made me really think about my cookware as well and appreciating all the steps in the effort.
The behind the scenes of a pan I very much want. I've had several lodgeware cast iron pans. It comes with being from a southern family, I think, where I got grandma's recipes that say must be cooked in a cast iron pan. I didn't know Lodge was a small company. I figured it was a big corporation because their products are sold everywhere. But I do know it was interesting because I've seen these colored pans that they're creating, this colored cookware out on the shelves, and I want them. I don't have any, but I want them, and to see the behind the scenes on how they were made and how it got slowed down and before the line came out and all the testing it did was amazing because I never really thought about what goes into creating cookware. And this was an educational experience to show what is very much a favored cookware to a lot of home cooks and what goes into making a pan, even not only the seasoned cookware, but the colored cookware. It was absolutely remarkable to watch, and it was so educational.
It was really interesting to see these folks kind of tackling it from a different angle and wanting to try something different. And then, building from the ground up, and then during the pandemic, and then, they keep it on. And, doing the colored enamel, it was really interesting to see how they went back and they wanted to do kind of an Americana approach. And they went back and looked at cars and guitars and things. And that was really cool, that they had kind of historical perspective and an artistic perspective on what they're doing. And the pieces look beautiful. It was really neat to see like the spray line and see them come out of the oven. And I'm sorry, it's probably not called an oven, but they said they had, or the furnace. They said there was one of 6 in the entire world that they had there, and that's pretty impressive that they were able to do that. So yeah, really neat. It's always neat to see entrepreneurship like this prevail, and to see the work happening. It's really nice. It's a success already.
This was so entertaining. They have this great production and showcasing a huge success in spite of the pandemic. Lots of learning and humbling opportunities of a creative process for a staple on every family's home. Cookware. It made me appreciate all the work that goes into a new product development, the different departments that have to be involved, all the creative process and trial and error. It was very interesting to see it from their perspective and their passion. Beautiful craftsmanship indeed.
So I feel like it's very informative for this documentary, alongside with like the interviewers who kind of like give you like some knowledge, some ideas about the production, like the process, everything. So I feel like it's pretty good to understand like how they can use like such an interesting material to make like a daily equipment for us. So I feel like this one is very insightful and is well put together as the documentary.
The film does an excellent job taking us through the steps to make this gorgeous cookware a reality. It was fun to see all the meetings and interviews of people involved in the company. Lots of great CGI designs, too. The close-up camera shots of the cookware and the drone shots of the place in Tennessee were both awesome.